Today, I want to show you 3 movement exercises to help you improve your spine's health, mobility, and control. Let's go. What's up? Nachshon here. I think we all know the importance of having a healthy, mobile spine for our daily lives, and especially if you want to achieve freedom of movement, so there's no need for me to dive into that. Our goal for today is to learn how to isolate different parts of our spine, control them separately, and increase their mobility. Before we start, try switching gears in your head. I know we're used to pushing ourselves to the limits in most of our workouts, but this isn't where we mentally want to be today. Today's exercises require calmness, awareness, and presence. The first exercise is the isolated spine rotations. We start by standing with our back against the wall and taking a small step forward. Then we want to make sure that our knees are bent and that our feet are pointing forward. Then we start rotating to the side from our hips only without moving our shoulders or our head. After we finish rotating our hips as much as we can, we start rotating from our shoulders. After we completely rotated from our hips and our shoulders, we can rotate with our head. Once we're completely rotated from our hips all the way up to our head, we want to send our hand to the wall, touch it with our entire palm without transferring any weight onto the wall, and then go back, starting from our head, then the shoulders, and then our hips. Then we want to do the same for the other side. A few key points for this exercise. 1, we do everything slowly with full control. 2, we don't let our feet rotate, we keep them stationary at all times. 3, when we touch the wall with our hand, we want full contact, not partial. Also, we don't want to transfer any weight onto the wall. We slightly touch it and then we go back. 4, we advance from one part to the other only when the last part is completely rotated. I want you to be able to control specific parts of your spine, isolate them, squeeze them as much as you can, and only then move on to the next part. Once this feels easy, we can take a tiny step forward and do it again. The gap between your back and the wall determines the difficulty of this exercise. The bigger the distance, the more rotation you'll need and the harder it becomes. Do 10 repetitions for 3 to 5 sets. The second exercise is the bridge walk on wall. In this exercise, we want to work on back bending in a dynamic way. Like the previous exercise, we want to start by standing with our back against the wall and taking a step forward. Then we want to look upwards, raise our arms, and try to touch the wall with our hands. Once they touch, we want to transfer some weight to them and start going down the wall. We want to stop right before we reach the point where we feel like we can't go back up anymore, and then go back up. You can do 2 small steps and go back up, and you can reach the full bridge and then go back up. Do what's right for you and your body. Don't compare yourself to anyone. There shouldn't be any pain in this exercise whatsoever, only strain on your back and on your shoulders. If you do feel pain, you're either too far down or you've done too many repetitions for your current level. So take a step back. Do 10 repetitions for 3 to 5 sets. The third and last exercise is the spinal wave. Like the name suggests, we're going to move our body in a wave motion from our head all the way down to our hips using a wall at the beginning. By the way, this is just 1 out of 4 types of waves we can do while standing. I'll cover the rest of them in a future video. We want to start by standing with our back against the wall and taking a small step forward. Then we want to touch the wall with the back of our head without transferring any weight, meaning we can disengage our head from the wall at any moment with no difficulty whatsoever. Then we want to start a wave motion and touch the wall with the lower part of our back each time, going down 1 vertebra at a time. Notice how I'm disengaging my head from the wall the second I touch it with the nape of my neck. I'm really trying to have only 1 point of contact with the wall at any given moment. Once you've done it a few times, our next goal is to create a fluid connection between each wave. So when you touch the wall with your lower back, think about starting a new wave with your head. The next level is taking a tiny step forward and doing it again. It will increase your spine articulation and make you isolate each part even more. Make sure you take just a tiny step forward and not a big one, as it will force you to lean on the wall, which is something that we don't want to happen. The last variation of this exercise is not using the wall for feedback anymore, and because of that, you'll have to be aware of each part of your spine while waving your back and make sure you're isolating each part separately with full control. That's it for this video. With time, you'll be able to advance in these exercises and better control your spine and increase its mobility. Make sure that you do everything slowly and with total control. Don't forget to subscribe, turn notifications on, and like this video if you can. It will really help me to grow this channel, so thank you for that. Let me know down in the comments if there are any other exercises from the movement world you'd like to learn. It just might be the topic for my next video. Until next time, peace.